Hey CPs, it is Mama Radha. How are you guys? I am feeling so much better today, and I'm just excited. We do have a bit of a storm rolling through at some point. Yeah, always lots of fun, but today I got to spend some lovely quality time with my love and master, and we did not do the gym today. So he wanted to play, and that's always lots of fun, and puts my legs up in the air and all kinds of fun things. So I just am so grateful that from 14 to 47, the passion has just never stopped. And, I always used to wonder, like, people are always like, oh, don't get married. Sex is going to go away and it's just not going to be good and it's going to get worse and you're going to hate each other. And I'm just like, I guess you get what you sow, or you reap or what you sow, or something like that. I don't know, but we both have worked hard on our marriage and our relationship since the beginning. And, I'm just insanely attracted to this man. I mean, he's so fine. He's my beefcake. I love it, hammer hand. So yeah, but anywho, sorry, my daughter just texted me, but yeah, so playtime is a lot of fun and it's very important. And I did one little message one day that was like, lesson for the day, let daddy play. And that is so true. And women tend to be like all about their business. They got like a line, a list of, things. Oh, I have to get this done. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. This is next. This is next. Very like planning, organized. I'm much more spontaneous, but women do have a list, and there's like things they know they need to get done to keep the household running. But I'm telling you, nothing on that list is more important than your husband. He has to come first. He is number one. Without daddy and mommy, there is no house. So I learned that way early on. I was like, whatever you want to do, daddy. If you don't mind eating peanut butter jelly sandwich for dinner and you want to just go play, let's go play, whatever. So that is definitely a blessing. And that intimacy has kept us close all these years, helped us get through hard times. I think the worst thing you can ever do is like the silent treatment or the cold shoulder, or withholding sex from your husband is like a horrible idea. So, and even when I have been really upset with him, and he was like, do you want me to go stay at my mom's for a couple days, or, I know you're really upset, blah, blah. And I was like, hell no, I don't want you to go stay at your mom's. I want you to stay right here. I would never want you to leave our home. That is very, very bad. That's just like an open door. Like, okay, yeah, sure. Do whatever you want. Like, oh, I don't want you here. I would never. That is very unwise. I mean, even if you're upset, you know what? You stick it out together and you just make it through those times. And it helps to understand the grace that God has given you and all the things that you've messed up in, throughout your life. And so to have that same grace with your husband when he messes up on things, I mean, we're fallen people in this world. This is not heaven. It's not a perfect place. You're going to have difficulty, struggles, hard times, weaknesses, temptations, and all kinds of things. Sometimes you pass, sometimes you fail, sometimes you mess up, I don't know. Other times you do great. So it's just life, and it's just making that commitment to sticking it out with that person. And what was the saying I saw one time I really liked? It was like, marriage is nothing more than two imperfect people who choose to go on the journey of life together. That's not what it is, but it's something like that. I think I have the picture somewhere. If I find it, I'll post it. But basically it's two imperfect people choosing to love each other, making the decision. Again, love is not a feeling, it's a decision, it's a choice. So those butterflies that go up and down, that, and women have a lot to do with that, because we live up in our heads so much. You have to think about, what are you thinking about? Are you focusing on the things that he does that annoy you? I hear some women and they're like, oh, he leaves his socks all over. He puts his clothes on the couch at night when he comes home from work and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, so what? Who cares? I'm like, that's nothing. Are you kidding me? You got to pick up his clothes? Ooh, big deal. I'm like, that's nothing. You know, I don't want to hear about toilet seats when we cover the counters with like all our makeup and all of our stuff. It's like, come on, give me a break. Those things are so petty. But I've heard of people getting divorces over how somebody squeezes the toothpaste tube, how someone puts toilet paper rolls on the roll. I mean, it's so stupid. It's like, come on, really need a reality check. So anywho, but yeah, so my love and master is super frustrated with the stocks and crypto world and just everything that's going on is like, you know, and I know after everything I've studied that there are certainly forces at work that just want to take the wealth of the world. You know, they're a greedy bunch of scoundrels and they don't want average people to be able to succeed. And it's really, really, it bites. But, you know, I'm like, baby, we got each other. I got you, you got me, we got the family, we're going to make it. Somehow or another, we'll make it, you know, and I believe in you and keep on trucking and, you know, we'll try to take notes as we go along and say, okay, well, but things have been so unpredictable and so out of the ordinary that even your, you know, seasoned planners have not seen these things coming. It's just been so crazy. So that's just part of, you know, the experience of going through life and going through hard times and good times. So, you know, we've had lots of money and we've had little money, you know, and we pretty much did most of our marriage with a very, 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 very tight budget. Because again, we sacrificed a lot so I could be a stay-at-home mom. And, you know, having 4 kids costs a lot. It does. Even living pretty modestly, but we didn't want them to want for anything and things like that. But, and what was I going to tell you guys? I don't know, but I'm just so proud of him because he's doing phenomenal. A few years back, and I don't remember, I lost count now, 4 or 5 years, he's been making 6 figures, and this last year he's like pretty much almost doubled what he was making. So I'm super proud of him. I mean, and he's like, but I still feel like we're broke. I'm like, boo, I understand. You know, we had car problems. We had one car caught on fire. We've got 2 kids in braces. We just had 2 kids that graduated, you know, college and academies and things. And, you know, it's just everything costs. Dogs that got sick, you know, everything. It's just one thing after another. We had to redo our floors because of a leak that was this last year. So many things. It's just a long list of things, and it's life. So he just goes, I don't know how anybody who makes less even makes it. I said, God bless. I don't know either, sweetheart, but thank you for working so hard, you know. So yeah, that's just our little journey and story, and that's why we value all the time that we do get together. And, you know, whatever I can do to please him. I gave him a really nice back rub today, and he was just really enjoying that. And then later he gave mommy some fun time, and that's one thing he asks is I don't get too detailed about what we do, but I'm like, Daddy, you're so good. I want to talk about it so they know that, you know, these ladies know you can really have a wonderful sex life, you know, and even being 33 years together, 23 years married, December 13th, and that's phenomenal. And weight gain, weight loss, but I mean, apparently he just tells me I'm such a good wife, and he appreciates how much I love him, take care of him, and he just loves me to death, and I'm so grateful for that. And, you know, he doesn't have to argue about who's the boss. Daddy's the boss, you know, and he gets to run his house, and of course he runs his house because he is the boss. But, you know, I try very hard not to make it difficult for him, and it's helped make everything better, from raising the kids to just everything that he has to deal with in life. And you know, if he wants to go on a fishing trip, he goes on a fishing trip. If he wants to go play golf, he goes to play golf. I mean, these days he works so much, he hasn't had time, but, you know, and he knows I'm here for him. I'm here. You're going to come home. You want some food and some lovin's, and you're going to take a nap. Great. You want to, whatever. I mean, it's just, I live my life around him and the kids, and I'm very happy about that. I'm so grateful that I have the freedom and the privilege and the honor to be here for them for whatever they need. And that makes me happy. And I know that the fact that I'm here, 24/7, ready for my puppy, whatever he wants, whatever, is one of the huge reasons why he doesn't bother with all these freaking girls that always look at him forever. It's always been like that. So, I think I'd be used to it by now. I think it's cute. I mean, I've been very happy for him to get attention. And, when he was in high school, we know each other since we were 14, been together for that long. He always had more like low self-confidence and things. And I was like, so he always worked extra hard, like extraordinarily, like he wanted to be the best, So it's like, I guess you never lose that, which I understand. I was always self-conscious, blah, blah, blah. But he's fine as can be. And I'm like, boo, look, see, you don't have to just believe me. They're looking at you. It's not for no reason, But anyway, so it's just that I've heard women say you don't want to give him a big head. You don't want to, feed his ego too much. And I'm like, actually, you do. You want him to know that, he is in control, that he is fine, that he is wanted, that he is desired, that, he is more than man enough. I mean, because honestly, to me, otherwise, maybe men want to go out and prove to themselves they are the man, that they are enough, that they have this, they have that, and I ain't trying to encourage my husband to, have to go out there searching to prove that he is the man's man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yes, you are. Look, baby, look, see? The fine chick over there, she's staring you down, That's just what I do. And at the same time, you guys know I'm jealous as can be. But, I just kind of like try to accept everything for what it is. And, I love him beyond, beyond words. I said that I was going to make a Buren statue of him and put it in our bedroom someday when he passes on. And, I don't know if you've ever watched the Vikings, but he's like got his sword in his hand, he's riding his horse, and it's hilarious. And it was like an epic kind of last stand because the other guys thought he was dead, and he almost was. But anywho, he rode out there, and he's called Bjorn Ironside, and like no one could kill him, right? So that was the whole thing. And they're like, see, look, you can't kill him and all this stuff. But anyway, and that's how I feel about my husband, because he's literally survived, almost died, I don't know, we're up to like 20 times now. It's just insane. He has a very dangerous job. I've told you guys, try to keep him on the DL. I want to post pictures of him, but then I don't. So I put some, then I deleted them, and I'm like, and the tattoos are very unique. So I'm like, I don't, with the way that the people be coming after people, I don't need him to lose the very good job that he has, and cause us any problems unnecessarily just because I like to help people. So yeah, I try. It's hard. Yeah, I love it. I like to brag on him, and he deserves it. So anywho, but what the heck else was I actually going to talk about? I don't know. I was just all super happy for my lovins today. It was so good. Even with the ridiculous stuff that we've seen going on in the world, and the voting and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just glad DeSantis won. I would take him for president any day of the week. I sure enough would. He told more truth about the coof than anybody, and I know Trump has done a lot of good things when he was president, but like the whole coof thing, the father vaccine thing, blah, 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 yeah. And he did sign like $1 trillion something bill, and I was like, come on. But since that point, everything's just gone straight to sugar honey iced tea, and it's insane. I don't know. I just don't know. And you've got the AG of Michigan saying that drag queens are great and they're lots of fun and every school should have one. And I'm like, you people are demonic. The sex changes that they want to do on kids is demonic. Then you have these female pastors, which is no such thing. That is demons in disguise, okay? Decepticons in disguise. But anyway, and they have the nerve to be saying that black men are being influenced by demons and anti-feminism. And I was like, wait a minute, those two things don't go together. Demons and feminists go together, but anti-feminists are biblical, because the man is the head. He's in charge. He rules. You be quiet and you listen. Okay. You know, we're equal in the sight of God as far as what our spirit is worth, but we have an order and we have a hierarchy in the natural world as men and as women. And they just throwing all kinds of shots at black men. I'm so sorry, guys. God bless. And I'm so proud of y'all for doing your thing. So, you know, I know that I've told you guys, straight men in general are the number one enemy, because you guys are the ones that fight for your families, that stand up, you know, that either you would fight for them and be their little military pawns, or you would take a stand and you would fight for your land, your home, your people, you know, and they do not want that. So anywho, so they support women and the LGBTQPXYZ community. That's who they support. But anyway, yeah, it's something. But even through all this, you know, it's funny, my husband said on the way to work that just watching a little bit of the news and what's going on, he's like, I feel sick. I feel, you know, because we were talking about me, my cortisol levels and everything. And I've been an insane over compulsive obsessive researcher for 20 years. And he's like, no wonder you be having some problems, lady, because your cortisol is probably way up here and you are too stressed out. So you need to stop. And he's like, you need to quit worrying about all this stuff. Whatever it is. And we just have to take care of ours and make it. So yeah, it's something. But anyway, I just wanted to say I love you guys and hope you guys have a great day. And I would like to try to get to answering some more questions, and I can't really remember any off the top of my head. Yeah, I don't know exactly off the top of my head. I try to get to them, but if you have any, just let me know. And you know, the one thing I could say, I was very lucky that I actually picked my husband and he picked me, because I was crazy about him. I saw him first and I was like, that man is fine. Well, that boy at the time, 14. And I was just like, you're everything I ever wanted. And, you know, my parents were like, yeah, he's a good kid, you know. So anywho, but today, you know, I just don't know exactly what the secret formula is, but I know that technically marriage is getting together with another human being who you guys are going to make it through life together. And the attraction thing and chemistry and all that, and, you know, all the romantic falling in love ideas really is not practical today. So depending on how old you are, depending on what your issues are, you kind of are supposed to just go with whoever your parents feel is a good match for you. If you're kind of on your own, then I would, as a woman, get training and help from another woman or a man that you trust that would help you to practice, facilitate conversations, communication. How do you let someone know, you know, or get someone's attention to let them know that you're open to talking to them or you like them or whatever. And I think that one of the most important things you can do is stay active. Like if you're in school, or volunteer either at church or also, you know, I don't know, Habitat for Humanity or something. Go do something where you're around other people. And again, vet that man through male family members, your pastor, somebody that's a man, because men pick up spidey senses on other men like the way that women pick up, you know, spidey senses on females. And they'll be like, nah, that chick right there, you know, and they just, the intuition in them knows. They're like, something off about her, or she's here to use you for this. And the guy's like, what? No way, you know. So it goes both ways, but I think that's important. And just realize you're never going to have a perfect person. You know, and for the love of God, if you've got one now, don't break up with them because you're graduating college, or, You're ready for the next season of your life. Don't do that. Don't leave the young love. Don't do it. Continue to keep building together. You will have a bond that's like unbreakable. He'll never leave you, okay? I'm telling you. But if you're going to leave that guy and go chase a 6-figure person, then just realize it's a whole new thing. And for the ladies that get married, and most of the ones that I've heard have said no one ever loved them like their first husband did. They thought that he was so, this many faults and this and that. And then they went out into the marketplace, dated, saw other people, and they're like, wow, these guys are way worse than who I was married to. And you got to remember, you're coming out to the marketplace years later with children, or whatever. You yourself are at a different level of worth in the marketplace. So you're going to get treated differently. It's just what it is. You're not that 20-year-old little virgin princess anymore. And so you will not be treated like one. A lot of men look at it more like a concubine, or someone to have sex with and have fun with, and then leave it alone because they don't want all that responsibility that comes with a mother. So anywho, guys, I'm just rambling on, but let me know if you guys have any questions, and lots of prayers for the world. We are a hot mess, and I'm telling you, I've seen people that are atheists be like, you know what? There's something to the Bible, because what's going on today, the evil is so blatant and so apparent that it's like, okay, something's going on here. This is more than just these people are psychopathic a-holes. They are straight up evil, and it's true. So you're going to have a lot of people in the last days come to God just from the fact that the world is absolutely insane. It's crazy out here. So anyway, I love you guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Ciao.